Hi there. Today we're going to talk about how to do multi-instance opt-outs. This isn't the case if you're adminning more than one Salesforce org and you want to control your opt-outs between orgs. This is useful if you were merged orgs or acquired a new org or something along those lines where you need to keep your opt-outs between both of those. So here I've created a Salesforce report, right? And this one's very, very simple. Email, first name, last name, the opt-out status, and the account name. So I'm going to create the account or update it on my other org and fill out all this information with the contact and also opt them out or not opt them out depending on this. Now this is set to be like a schedule if I was going to schedule this every single day. So both are running in parallel. I have the same list of customers that I have on both sides. So alright, so I've ran the report and I put all my appropriate filters and everything along those lines on it. And I want to move that over to my other org. So you can see that I have this new this week, and this is a different org. This is the NA15, and you can see I'm on NA9 on this one. So these are two completely different orgs. Both developer accounts is what I'm using for this. So 15 and 9. Cool. So let's go ahead and map this over and show you real briefly how to do it. It's really simple with SyncFrog. So I'm going to go into SyncFrog and I'm going to create a new data leap. And we're going to say our Salesforce report and going to Salesforce. Now you have to have one of our silver accounts to do this, and you should get a coupon to do so. And we're going to click on next here and fill up with credentials. So this is the credentials of where I'm coming from. And I'm going to choose the report, so I have the one that says contact opt-outs, so that's the guy right there. We're going to click on next, and I'm going to tell it what credentials we're going to, so this is going to be my other credentials. Now this could be a sandbox or anything along the lines, another org or something like that. So we're going to say contact opt-out. Ooh, jeez. There we go. And we're going to click on create. And we'll go straight into the mapping here. Now the first thing I want SyncFrog to do is create our account, right? Or update the account. So in our Salesforce types here, we're just going to click on add new section under account. Excellent. So that's going to pop up, and we're just going to do update existing or create new. And we will say account name. Really simple. Now some people do other ID values, maybe some parallel IDs. You can use those as well. I'm just using account name in this demonstration. So we'll use last modified and easy enough account name to account name. So it's going to update existing or create the new record using the account names. If we do find multiples, it's going to use the last modified. And then I just mapped over the account name to the account name. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my contact mapping, and I'll tie my account to it. So we're going to say contact, and you can see that we have all of our basic types in a small category here. And then anything more advanced, you can go ahead and scroll down, and then any custom objects over there. And we'll talk about those in other cases. So we want to do contact and add new section. We're going to be, again, update existing or create new record in case they do already exist. And in this case, I'm going to use an email. Again, we could have some other identifier maybe we set up between the orgs to identify each person. Contact ID obviously is not going to work because the contact ID of this particular person, even though they might exist on the other side, is not going to be the same between orgs. Contact IDs are not that specific. They're specific to the organization. Alright, cool. So we have last name going to last name, and then we will click the Auto Map Fields button. And what that's going to do is attempt to best map over. So account name going to account ID, that's really not going to work for us, right? Because we have a reference field, and this is a name. So instead of using the account name, we're going to click the drop down and say reference one account. And that will provide our ID value from our account field to our contact field. So this will provide the ID, and that makes life much easier. And we'll just go through. So last name to last name, account ID to account ID, email. Well, these two are extraneous because they're bounce reasons and bounce states. and I'm using an opt-out, so this last one can go too. And then we have email opt-out, so it says opt-out from our report going to opt-out. Now, if it doesn't pick up all of these, I'm just going to go ahead and remove a couple of these, like the first name. You can click on the drop-down and change whatever you need to do. And also, if you wanted to do a fixed value as well. So fixed value would be something along the lines of providing the same exact data for each one. So I can say fixed value, and we can do something like lead source, right? And we can say other org, and it will say it for every contact that we map that it comes over from our leaping. I'm not going to use it this time, but that's how you would do that. So you could say, every single one comes across, so you know where you're getting these contacts from. Gotta check that box and remove it. Now that's pretty much it. So we have our account being found or updated or created, I should say. Then our contact, the same exact thing, updated or created using their email address, and last modified, and all the information. And this is the big key factor here, is the opt-out. And you can see that it's a Boolean, which is a yes or no, true or false. And you can see that it's checked over here, so it's going to pass over the checkbox properly. And I'm going to go ahead and click on apply. And it's going to say, okay, you sure you want to do that? And we'll scroll down. I've got a big long list. And there is our contact opt-out. And I'll go ahead and click on activate. Now we can create this to run on a schedule, and that will run depending on what package type you have, hourly, daily, weekly, or monthly. Today I am just going to do it as a one-time run, so I'm going to click on run now. And it's going to go ahead and fetch that information from Salesforce. So it's going to grab our contact opt-outs from the Salesforce org. Remember, it's on NA9. And it's grabbing all this information from here. And let me check the progress. We've got 4 of 6 processed. And you can see that we've got 6 successes. And if we wanted to, we could actually see the log details. So this would actually tell us the account ID and the contact ID and exactly what it did. So it did create a few updated accounts here, created a couple others. So let's take a look at it. So if I go into contacts, and this is on the NA15, and I say new this week, and I do a quick little refresh, there we go. So there is all of our new contacts that just were synced over from our report. And if I click on Gordon Schumann here, you can see that his opt-out box has been checked. So he won't get an email from this org either. Now, it'd be the same thing if they're found or something along those lines. This particular one was not to opt out. So this actually could update if they were opting out on one particular org and have it come back. So it won't. And that's how you would quickly set up a data leap from one org to another, just for doing account update or create, contact update or create, and adding the opt-out information. Thank you, and stay tuned for much more videos. Happy leaping!